Ooh boy, this is going to be another controversial military-related topic, and this one is about VA disability. And the way I'm going to start this off is by asking you, would you ever be against the government, the military, raising your BAH? Or would you ever be against them raising your cost of living allowance, or bumping your paycheck every 2 years, or giving you an increase when you rank up, or would you like to keep your VA loan benefits? Would you like to keep your GI benefits? GI Bill, that is. The answer is probably yes, you'd like to have all those pay increases continue happening, and you probably would like to keep all those benefits. Well, then in that case, why do so many military members, so many veterans feel weird about VA disability? Oftentimes, I've seen this happen so many times. Like, oh, well, I mean, I don't have anything really wrong with me. I'm fine. Or it's some like smattering of excuses that I feel like are shrouding some kind of like misplaced pride almost. The reality is this. The VA disability rating that you can potentially get when you're transitioning out of active duty is essentially a part of your compensation package. And that's how you should think about it. And if you want to figure out whether you think you, like mentally, if you want to help yourself feel like you may or may not deserve this, ask yourself this. Has my military service potentially impacted my health in any way as a result of me serving over those years? Now, this is a difficult question for many people to answer themselves because it's not like you lived two parallel lives and you could compare, your life in the military versus your life, what it would have been out of the military. But the reality is that the military probably did affect your health in one way or another. Whether you were hiking a lot and it affects your back a little bit now, or eating too many MREs gave you some gastro issues, GI, or just being around loud aircraft and guns gave you a little bit of tinnitus. All of that may get you at least 10%, which 10% will already allow you to not have to pay your VA loan funding fees, which would save you like tens of thousands of dollars. Another good reason to do this is because anything that's 0% service connected, so anything that has a service connection, but even though it's not deemed serious enough, will then allow you to get health benefits for that issue in perpetuity. And if you get a certain rating that's high enough, you might be able to cover most of your health issues, or basically get health benefits forever going forward. And if it's high enough, I think 100% permanent in total, then your entire family's covered, right? So think of it as almost like TRICARE for life, but it's because of your disabilities, not because you reached 20 years. It's really just a benefit to, it's a compensation package thing. This is a part of your compensation package. Some of your compensation was in the form of your monthly paychecks, right? First and the 15th. But some of that was, imagine as if some of it was not included there, and it's planned on being given to you on a delayed schedule, being these disability things. You may or may not qualify on it or for it, but that's how it's structured. It's all part of a package. Every single kind of benefit, TRICARE, VA loan, GI Bill, what have you, right? This is just one of those things. It's a part of a total package deal for you as a service member. So I would recommend kind of swallowing any kind of misplaced pride, let your ego go, and really just think through what could possibly I put down on my VA disability claim. As you're transitioning out, I recommend doing it at least 6 months before you transition out, so it's almost ready to rock and roll after your EAS or ETS or whatever. And it could be a life-changing thing. It could be fairly negligible, but still, there's no reason not to do this. And there's no reason to think you're too good for this. That's for certain. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Honestly, I think that's about it. This is just a message I wanted to throw out to the universe. And you can also get help on figuring this stuff out. And you'd probably be surprised on how many things you discover in your medical record that you forgot about. Like, when I was at the Naval Academy, I really jammed up my thumb pretty bad after like, punching and sometimes slightly skimming or missing somebody's face. And it eventually caused a fracture there, or some kind of, I can't remember exactly. I can't remember even if they did x-rays, but it would hurt pretty bad. But I forgot about it after 8 years, And so when I started going through this, they're like, hey, do you have problems with your thumb? I was like, oh my God, yeah, I did. Totally forgot. Did they get me a rating? No, because it's completely passed. But are there other things that I didn't realize could get me a rating that did get me a rating? Absolutely. And so I recommend looking into it. I think it would be kind of like a shame to throw that away. And no, you're not taking money away from anybody else. There's plenty of money in that pot to go around. In fact, most of it's not being used enough. So go ahead. If you're thinking about transitioning, this is one of the most important ingredients. And I can't foot stomp that enough. So Marquion Stitch is out. See you later on the next military transition, real estate investing, entrepreneurial, whatever video. If you're here for the first time, this is my day 5, I believe, of a 30-day challenge of me doing these videos and just kind of giving my 2 cents on what could help you transition, what could help you as a military real estate investor or entrepreneur, and telling you some personal stories and anecdotes from my life. And also just trying to get better at doing this, talking in front of a camera, producing videos faster. As you can tell, this probably isn't edited super nicely. That's because I'm just trying to knock these out once every day and get better at thinking of ideas and talking out loud about everything that's deep down in my head. So anyways, here's the clicker. See you later.